Hi, and welcome to part 5 of the Batman book collection. Today we'll be looking at 2000 to 2004-5, so the first half of the new zeros. And we'll start with the mainstream Batman lines like Batman and Batman Detective Comics. So we'll start with these three. There's a lot to go through, so I'll hurry today. This is New Gotham 1, New Gotham 2, but in between, Officer Down also plays. New Gotham is by Greg Rucka. It's one of the regular writers on Batman now. In between, False Faces came out by Brian K. Vaughan. Ed Brubaker is another regular. These are two artist collections, Ed Brubaker 1 and 2. A lot of it will be covered in the next two books, like Murderer and Fugitive. So these first came out in a few separate books, like part 1, 2, 3, but now it's just one book for Fugitive and one for Murderer, about Vesper Fairchild, who is killed, and Bruce Wayne is the suspect. Then comes Hush. I think you all know Hush. The movie came out not too long ago. I think it was okay, but the twist, well, they shouldn't have done it, I think. But the book is awesome. Then we have Greg Rucka again with Death and the Maidens. It's a Ra's al Ghul story. Then comes from Brubaker and Mankey, The Man Who Laughs, and Made of Wood is also collected here. It's part of the Detective Comics run. And this is a Broken City. I think it's it's all Batman, 620 to 625. Yeah. Then we got War Drums, War Games, War something else. But all of that is collected here in War Games 1 and 2. It's the new versions of books that were collected before. So in it, Cassandra Cain becomes Batgirl, but also Stephanie Brown becomes Robin. We also have Superman Batman 1. This is from 2003 and 4. It's Superman Batman 1 to 13. So it's like the movies Public Enemies and Apocalypse, when Supergirl comes back to Earth. Next to that, we have the Bat Family and their own books, like Nightwing 6, 7, and 8. You saw the first 5 before. So this stops at 70. The series went on for some more, but this is the Chuck Dixon run. It stops here. Like I said, Cassandra Cain became Batgirl, so this is Batgirl 1, 2, and 3. Also went on for a while. This is up into 37. And then we have some more books that are not really in continuity with these. So I'll tell you the years. So this was 2000, 2001 until 2005. Here we have Batman Blink. And Blink is from 2003 and 2 and 3. It's Legends of the Dark Knight, so it's not really canon. It's canon, but it's not in the continuity per se, so you can read it separately. So that's Blink. Then Batgirl and Robin Year 1 both came out. Of course, they're about their first years in the business, but the book came out in this period. Let's be sure, 2001 and 2003. Also, JLA Earth 2 came out, which was the inspiration for the movie Crisis on Two Earths, with the crime syndicate. In this time, since Crisis on Infinite Earths, there was only one Earth, so this is not really another Earth. It's like the dark, like we have now the dark multiverse. It's like the shadow side of the normal Earth. So everything is backwards. East and West are switched on that version of Earth. So it's a very nice book. Frank Miller also came out with the sequel to Dark Knight Returns. So Dark Knight Strikes Again. The art is, let's say, different, but the story is, I think it's okay. A lot of people hate it, but yeah, I like it. Then to follow up Dark Victory, When in Rome was written, what happens to Catwoman after Dark Trinity. So Jeff Loeb wrote this. And also, it's also a new story to see how she goes on. And after that, Darwin Cook and Ed Brubaker took over, and this is the first volume of it's the complete Darwin Cook run of Catwoman. Selena's Big Score, Catwoman 1 to 9, and some backup stories from Detective Comics. So this is where she gets the new costume. The first Trinity you'll see in this series. This is the mini-series from 2003. It's by Matt Wagner. It's German. Planetary Batman is a crossover Elseworlds type of story. The team from Planetary encounter a lot of different Batman, so it's a nice short story. And also an Elseworlds story is Detective 27. It's like a retelling of the old Detective issue 27. It's inspired on that, so it's an Elseworlds story. And also Batman Hong Kong. It's also an Elseworlds story. I have not read this, I think. Oh, but it's by Doug Monk, so that's also cool. And of course, the New Frontier by Darwin Cook came out. Very important. Also made into a movie. It's from 2004. It's out of continuity, of course. Batman Black and White 2 and 3 came out. They collect backup stories from Gotham Knights, where the first one was Black and White series, volume 1. This is it's like backup stories, but all in black and white. You'll see number 4 later. So, and that's it for this time. Next time we'll talk about 2006 to 10. After that, we'll have a video about Grant Morrison, but also Azrael and the Outsiders. It's like a special. And then part 8 will handle the crises, like Infinite Crisis and Final Crisis. And then in part 9 and so on, we'll go into the New 52. I have 14 planned now. This was number 5. So I'll see you in the next 9 weeks, I think. Thanks for watching.